Coronavirus crash wipes $5 trillion off world stocks.
Here's a summary of the article.
New York – Coronavirus panic sent world stock markets tumbling again on Friday, with an index of global stocks setting its largest weekly fall since the 2008 global financial crisis, and over $5 trillion wiped from global market value this week. U.S. stocks shaved most of the day's losses late in the New York session, but only the Nasdaq eked out a positive close. The uncertainty hovering over the markets will only be alleviated when there is a sense that the worst is almost over, said Quincy Crosby, chief market strategist at Prudential Financial Inc. Until then it is risk-off. MSCI's gauge of stocks across the globe shed 1.76% for a weekly loss over 10%, its second largest on record. The over $5 trillion lost in market capitalization globally this week is roughly equivalent to Japan's yearly GDP, the third largest in the world. U.S. yields, which move inversely to the price, plunged, with the benchmark 10-year note yield hitting a record low of 1.116%. Benchmark 10-year notes last rose 1–12 seconds in price to yield 1.1551%, from 1.299% late on Thursday. The 30-year bond last rose 2–17 seconds in price to yield 1.6784%, from 1.783%. Oil prices slumped again on fears of drooping demand.
This post received a score of 11,850, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Glad I don't have any stocks. I thought ahead and put all my money into debt.
Me too. No crash will interfere with my barely paycheck-to-paycheck lavish lifestyle. And inflation will allow you to pay off the debt easier as your money becomes worth less and less. Edit, my first award. Thank you, I think.
What you want is a recession and job loss. Eventually you can declare bankruptcy. Just make sure it's not student loan debt.
Greater than just make sure it's not student loan debt. Doe. Pay your student loans on time, just the minimum, don't spend much, build credit, then gradually open a bunch of credit cards, pay off student loans using credit cards, then bankruptcy. Easy peasy.
It's so crazy it just might work. I have the credit card limits to do that thinking face.
Do an AMA afterwards please.
That is if he will be able to afford internet access.
So far, it's not a good sign when Tokyo Disneyland shuts down for 2 weeks.
It's a small world cough aft. Cough tear all.
He's coughing, take him to the infirmary. Wuhan TV series, HBO 2025. It's a good time to be too poor to own stocks. I haven't lost a penny.
It's a good time for the rich to further accumulate cheaper stocks.
It's just a wholesale.
I'm not an expert on this, but wouldn't now be a good time for someone with cash reserves to buy stock while it's cheap?
Depends if you think this is the bottom. Considering supply chains are still screwed, there's a lot of businesses looking at a wall in a few weeks, months, and who knows how long tourism and travel can last.
I work in travel. It's one of the earliest indicators of economic risk. The industry is in a full-on panic. This is quite serious.
Sue, let's just say somebody you care about was planning to fly to Hawaii in 3 weeks. Any immediate reactions to this hypothetical? For example, are we looking at "you'll be fine" or "lol you ain't going anywhere"? Something in between.
I'm no expert, but I work in hospitality, and in my opinion, as a tourism hotspot, most of Hawaii is susceptible to a major outbreak, but at the moment there's little cases. There's no reason to panic and assume your trip will be cancelled. If you find you can't fly, most accommodation providers around the world are giving full refunds for cancellations due to issues arising from the coronavirus. Airlines not so much.
Imagine making such bad soup that you cost the world $5 trillion. The stock to end all stocks. That was glorious. Just superb.
Let's party like it is 1929.
I'll bring the bath gin.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.